Hello friends, how are we this lovely night? Might not be night when I upload this, but when I'm filming it currently it's like almost midnight. So this is gonna be a 3 looks 1 video palette with the Blend Bunny Allure palette. Isn't she beautiful? It's, can you hear that? A little ASMR. Yeah, it's almost midnight. And so I thought we would just do the first 2 looks tonight and then the final look tomorrow when I'll actually do like a full face. Like I just thought we would do eye looks tonight. Honestly, I haven't been wearing too much base makeup. I'm nice and tan and I kind of like when you can see my freckles still, so I haven't been doing that much base makeup lately. But yeah, let me get my brows done, my eyes primed, and then I'll show you guys the inside of the palette. And I will try to upload a picture of swatches. I'll upload it right here if I can. Sometimes my app that I use like won't let me, so if it does, I'll upload them right here. I'll be right back. All right, eyes are primed. I'm not really into the brows today. I used that e.l.f. clear, the ABH brow freeze dupe. It's like the e.l.f. brow lift, I think is what it's called. I don't g-haul with soap brows too much. Sometimes I can get down with them, sometimes I can't. I do try. I like this one a little bit better, but yeah, that's just today's look. Tonight's look. So this is the inside of the palette. I'm kind of hold it down so you can actually see it. So if I do it like that, my ring light's going to blind you, and I'm sorry. This is what the palette looks like. So we have a row of shimmers at the top. This is kind of hard to actually hold. It's a row of shimmers. This is actually multi-chrome. Stunning. That's the shade Pearl. And then we have a row of like the lightest mattes, a row of the mid-tone mattes, and then a row of the darkest mattes. And then we have columns that are color coordinated. So we have the more wearable colors, greens, purples, teals, I guess is what you call that, turquoise maybe, pinks, and then of course your like blues. I'll hold it like that. Maybe that's better. I will insert a better picture of the palette as well for you guys. Yeah, so there's that. Hopefully the flash is not as bad and you can actually see the colors. So let's do a look on this eye. I kind of want to play with the nudes, like the more wearable colors. So let's do that. Let me grab some brushes. I'll be right back. I grabbed some brushes. All right, let's begin. I want to take this shade right here. This brown is called Pirate's Life. It's not the black. The black is actually not pitch black. It's kind of a muted black, and I actually kind of like that. Let's see. This is a Morphe Jeffree Star, like a small blending brush. Again, I'm taking that dark brown called Pirate's Life. I literally just tap that off like that. First off, this eye keeps creasing with the base. I'm about to go stupid. I also just about lost a brush. It's just one of those nights. I'm packing that just right here. I mean, I'm getting pigment. From what I heard, I just expected it to be like, boom, right off the bat. Do you know what I mean? I'm definitely getting pigment. I just gotta have something in my nail. I'm finding I'm having to kind of blend it up, or, like build it up. I'm gonna put some right here too. I kind of want to do a halo eye on this one. I just don't feel like this is g-hawing too well with my base, actually. That could be the problem. I'm switching to a smaller brush, more of like a packing brush, because it is just not sitting on my base well up here. It's a really nice color though. All right, let me clean my brushes. I use just a little color switch. I need to go get a new one. I get mine from the Dollar Tree. Let's see. I'm going to take a kind of fluffy brush like so. This one's a bit dirty, but it's not, it's just stained, I'm just going to take and fluff that out. It does blend nicely. I've heard really good reviews about this palette. I've literally only heard one person say that it wasn't the best. And it's someone that I trust in the makeup community. Like, I literally watch them all the time. But I'm not gonna name names. I don't want to upset anybody. Anyway, I'm gonna go into Storm Ahead, this kind of mauve-y It's kind of like a grayish pinky purple. And I'm just going to stamp that. Whoa. That one's pigmented. And blend, 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 blend. That's interesting. It came off a bit more pastel than I was expecting. It's a bit more purple. I kind of expected it to have that little gray tone to it, but it is like a pastel purple. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in with Pirate's Life, that brown, and just, you know, kind of stamp it and blend it into that purple to kind of deepen it a little bit. That's not the look I was going for. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep adding the dark brown and try to build it up to get this a bit more smooth. Okay, I've kind of got that built up to where I want it. I have to keep dipping, especially into that dark brown, like over and over, and it's a little time consuming. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping the other colors aren't that hard to build up, so I'm gonna take a teeny tiny brush, like pencil brush, right? I'm gonna go into Black Sea to deepen up the outer corner and the inner corner a little bit. He seems pigmented though right off the bat, so that's a good thing. I'm putting it literally just on my lid, not in my crease. Just to deepen that up a little bit. And then taking that little fluffy blending brush, I'm just gonna blend him out. Super gorgeous, super smoky. I did take a little bit of a bronzer too to help blend that dark brown out, because that mauve-y tone was just not doing it for me. So I used the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. I used the contour slash bronzy shade from that. All right, now I want to take the shade Pearl. Again, I was just sticking to this row trying to, but this shade I just don't feel like goes with these three. I don't know. I'm gonna take Pearl. This is the multi-chrome in the palette. Again, it's really hard to see. That's blinding, the pigment. All right, popping that just on the center. I don't have much experience with multi-chromes. I have one in one of my Odin's Eye palettes, and that's it. Oh, it's pretty. It's really pretty. So how these work is like they, of course, are going to look like different colors and different lighting. So right now we're seeing kind of pink, and then you'll see like a gold. In different lightings, you'll see different colors. They're very beautiful. I'll swatch it just so you guys can kind of get a better view. So there it is on my finger. It's kind of giving purple, pink. Do I have any? Clean hand. I was supposed to say, did I swatch? I know I swatched them. I can't remember if I cleaned my hand off. Gorgeous. Like when that light hits it, it's just so stunning. It's a very pretty color. This is look number 1. Of course, I would go put those same colors on my lower lash line. I just kind of wanted to play today. Again, I'm not wanting to do a full face. So let's do look number 2 over here. I kind of want to play with the pinks and the purples, and then tomorrow we'll play with the teals or the blues. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to start out with the shade Tentacles. It's this really deep purple. Since I've already cleaned those brushes off, I think I'm just going to use the same brushes. I'm going to go in again before I use them and clean them off. But yeah, going into Tentacles. And what do I want to do? I think I'm just going to use that same kind of placement. Oh yeah, Tentacles is pigmented. That's good. This is the deepest shade though. It's not that mid-tone shade that I was kind of using before. I'm straight up like going into the deepest purple this time. And then I'm just going to place him all into my crease. I'm just patting it on. If you guys watch my TikToks, you know my looks are kind of like trust the process. I am also still waiting on my lashes to fall out. I have definitely more over here than I do over here. I literally have like 3 left over here, I feel like. I'm just not, I don't know. I don't think they are for me because I'm so used to wearing strip lashes. And yeah, I want my strip lashes back. I literally cannot wait for them to fall out. I just wanted to try it, you know? I know a lot of people rave about them. Alright, I built that up to where I wanted it. Pretty and purple. I'm just going to take that little fluffy brush, blend those edges. This is probably going to be a bit of a longer video simply because I'm trying to do everything in real time just to show you guys like how easy they are to blend out, etc. So I'm apologizing in advance if the video is like 40 minutes long. Just grab a snack, you'll be fine. Alright, I kind of want to blend it out with... I'm going to start out with this shade above it. It's called Seductress. And I'm just going to take that on this little P. Louise brush, my little influencer era. Does it have a name? Do you have a name? 115. It's a small blending brush. Again, I'm taking Seductress is what I'm going to start out with. It's the mid-tone purple. I'm going to tap and then blend. That seems to be the best way to do these. And it's even coming off a bit more pink. So that's interesting. Because in the pan, he's looking like pure purple, but it's coming off a bit more pink. Not complaining because it's very pretty. I'm just saying. Alright, now I want to go in with Baited, the pink, since it's pulling a bit more pink anyway. It's the pastel, the lightest pink in the palette. I'm just gonna go and buff that out. Bringing that one to my brow bone. And I mean, it's doing something, but it's like a barely there type of situation, you know? It's pastel. It's not going to do too much. So I'm going to go in with these colors again and just reblend because I'm trying to get rid of that purple line from me packing on that shade. So I'm mainly going into every single shade I used again and just reblending. If you're happy with the way it looks at this point, feel free to stop and pop on a shimmer, but I'll be right back once I finish blending. Boom. Blended. Yup. Looks a lot better. So, let's see, for shimmers, of course I want to take this one, but I think in the front, I want to take this one and then blend it into that. So, this one is called Charmed. This one is called Sailor's Delight. I think I'm going to start with Sailor's Delight. It's kind of a pinky coppery shade, and I just want to pop that on the inner part of my lid. You can cut your crease. Normally, I would remove the makeup and then cut it with P. Louise base and then pop that on. That's really pretty. It's actually a gorgeous shimmer. Did I drop something? I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, going in with Charmed, I'm going to put that on the middle of my lid. It's really pretty. Like they mesh really well together. Kind of just go in with your finger if you want to kind of like blend them together if you want more of a seamless blend. Stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Normally, of course, if I didn't have my lash extensions on, I would go and add liner and fake lashes, which I cannot wait to put on fake lashes with this palette and add some liner. I've been just so scared to get close to my lashes with the liner because I'll have to end up scrubbing the liner off, and I know these things hurt to peel off. Like, these lashes are very painful. Yeah. So here's the first two looks. We'll come back tomorrow for the last look with the palette, and I really want to play with the teals and do a full face. Yeah, this one's kind of simple. I'm not really happy the way it turned out, but you know, that's okay. We're not always going to come up with looks that we like, and that's all right. I just wish that that purple was a bit more of like a lighter neutral, it would have been a nice addition to the palette since we already have so many purples and pinks in here. I am curious to how it swatches. Yeah, it even swatches a bit like a muted gray toned purple. Yeah, I should have swatched it beforehand, but you know what, that's okay. I tried my best to save it. It's still cute. So yeah, I definitely like this one more. It's gorgeous. I will see you guys tomorrow for the last look where we'll be doing a full face and a look on both eyes. Good night. Good morning, friends. Welcome to our final look. My brows are done. My eyes are primed. We're going to be playing with this row of teals mainly. Maybe a little bit of the blues, maybe a little bit of the greens. I don't really know. These teals are really giving me, and this is not in a bad way at all, like murky water vibes. Like, I don't know, I think a siren would be pretty badass in like murky water to like, you know, scare the sailors to their deaths. It's just giving really siren vibes. So nothing, not in a bad way, murky water, a good way. So I want to start out with this shade 332 meters, the darkest teal in that row. It's got a lot of kickback in the pan, but that could be a good thing. And again, as always, I am creasing. So I kind of want, and I primed under my eyes too, so I'm kind of wanting to take this over here and also down around my eye like so. I've seen a lot of people doing this lately. This is not a look I go for, by the way. But I mean, it can be. Who knows? This might be like my new thing, right? Okay. I'm using a very small brush to do that with, by the way. I'm just bringing it a bit more over. Making sure I got that pigment where I want it. And I'm just looking straight ahead. Gosh, that's actually a beautiful color. And sorry, somebody's commented on one of my pictures. I was like, wait, what? And I am just gonna bring that all the way over here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the half cut creases are like my favorite thing to do. I did mess up a little bit right there, but that's completely fine. Oh, my lashes are not wanting to cooperate with me today. I'm just gonna drag that further down my eye. Let me do the same thing over on my other eye, and we'll be right back to blend this out. Okay, I look a little crazy. That's okay. Normally I do, let's be honest. I'm gonna take a little brush, a tiny blending brush. This is clean. This is a Revolution Beetlejuice brush, and I'm just blending those edges. Again, don't worry if you mess up. This is all about placement. Nothing's on this brush. He's clean. I'm just taking and blending all of that out. It's gonna kind of help to get rid of that harsh line, because sometimes when you pack it, it can leave a harsh line. My feet will fall asleep when I sit here. Oh my gosh, I love this color. I'm gonna finish blending this out. I'm trying to like speed through today because I have some things that me and my mom want to do. So I'm gonna finish blending this out and I'll be right back. Okay. I brought it down a little too far right there, but that's okay because at the end, you know, like we're doing our eyes first, so concealer will clean that up. I'm gonna go in with Sea Nymph, the shade above that, on that Revolution brush. I'm just packing it on. And I'm gonna take and kind of stamp that literally just at the top of that teal, or the, you know, that darker shade we used. Tap, blend, working it in. I'm gonna do that all the way around. And I am kind of like dragging it up towards my temple over here, like winging it out a little bit. I'm also taking a slightly bigger brush in that same shade, Sea Nymph. Just to... Bigger brush for me is easier for blending, unless I'm doing like something super, super precise, then, you know, I'll use a tiny brush. Let me do the same thing on the other eye. I'll be right back. All right, now we're looking crazy. I'm totally cool with that. This is a Wet n Wild's peanut brush. It's stained. I just want to go in with Lost at Sea, the lightest shade on the mattes from that column, and I'm dragging that up to my brow bone. Yup. Dipping back in. And this is a pastel, so it might take a while to blend it out. That's completely okay, because they're so light. Unless you literally have a white base on, it might take them a while to, you know, work with, and that's fine. I don't mind it. Some people do. But I like a skin tone base unless I'm doing like something neon. And I could have very well used a white base for this look. I just wanted to see how they'd perform with my everyday primer, and that is my P. Louise Rimmer 2 base. My gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous. This look is definitely not for the faint of heart. If you're not used to colorful shadow, you might be like, whoa girl, what are you doing? But I do hope it comes together at the end and you guys will be like, oh, okay, there was a method for her madness. So let's go in with shimmers. I want to go in with Bioluminescent, the blue on the middle of my lid. That is actually a beautiful color. Oh yeah. Gorgeous. Their shimmers almost, and again, this is my first Blend Bunny palette. I've never owned one before, but their shimmers are almost reminding me of Glam Light, how they look wet on the eyes. I love Glam Light formula. This is very similar. Then I'm going to go in with In a Bottle, the shimmer from the Teal Row, and just add that on the inner part of my lid. Kind of, you know, meshing it with that blue like we did for our purple and pink look yesterday. Gorgeous. All right, let me finish my face makeup. We'll be back at the end to do the final touches on this. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are, finished look minus lips and highlight. I'm just taking that shade Lost at Sea and kind of just cleaning up any areas where we might have lost the blend, like in the concealer, you know? Because sometimes that happens, and that's okay. Also, tragedy struck when I was doing my concealer. My trusty dusty ColourPop Pretty Fresh, the little applicator literally just popped off. Like, it broke. Don't know what to do about that. I'm kind of upset. I don't want to go buy another one. It's got so much product left in it. That's not fair. I'm just taking that Wet n Wild Peanuts brush again and kind of just smudging everything towards these edges again. Don't know if it's really going to do any good because my face is set like she's not moving, baby. But I'm going to take a bit of Catch Me Too, which is this pastel blue, and I'm just mixing it with Lost at Sea to kind of help blend that out. Oh yeah. It actually did help. That's gorgeous. Catch me in Lost at Sea. I'm gonna be Lost at Sea this summer when I'm going on my cruise. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, this one's just not... She's not the vibe. Like, she's not wanting to move. And I feel like I brought her down way too low over here. Because I feel like it just looks funny. It might not, but I feel like it does. You know what? Take some powder if you don't like the way it looks. If you're like me and you're like, yeah, no. I'm just going to take some powder. This is the All Stars palette from Physicians Formula. And a clean brush. Just gonna take some pressed powder and start blending that out, it should just help it look more seamless. I don't use this trick often, but because I don't really have a problem with my shadows like not wanting to blend, you know what I mean? But it is a nice trick. Boom. So, I'm not done yet. I kind of want to take that shade in a bottle, the teal, on like a really tiny brush. I don't know how well this is going to pick up. Oh, picked up pretty nice. And I want to put that down here. Literally just like this first little corner piece in my eye though. You can blend it out with your finger if you want. Just to add a little pizzazz. Starting at that very inner corner, I'm just building it up. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking pretty. I would add diamonds, like I am kind of feeling diamonds, but I'm going out, so like really I might even end up taking this off, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna add lips in just a second, but I'm gonna add some highlight while I'm here. This is Kaleidos Skywalker. I'm just taking that same brush, dipping in a little bit. I don't really think I have like a turquoise highlight. So this is blue and white, but I feel like it's gonna kind of do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's stunning. Beautiful. I'm gonna add lips. Throw on a wig. I'll be back. All right, friends, here's our finished look. What do we think? I did pop on some lips and some highlight. This is our final look using the Blend Bunny Lure palette. My wig is from Chelsea Smith Cosmetics. Or I'm gonna say most, but really all of my wigs are that you'll see me wearing. I have a few like from Halloween stores, but you'll never see me wearing them. They're just not good. They're not as good of quality. Do you know what I mean? So this is a Wig of Fortune wig. This is Veronica, I believe, but she's no longer available. However, there are so many styles on her website. You can find one like her for sure if you just go and check her out. I'll link it down below. I do have a code for some shmoney off if you want to save. It's code Lyssa, L-Y-S-S-A. It'll save you some money at checkout. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time. I'm in love with this look. It's a bit out of my comfort zone, but you know what? I'm gonna rock it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.